Hello everybody, Søren Ejlersen, co-founder of the company Årstiderne from Denmark, Copenhagen. Like straight out dear inhabitants on planet Earth, we want to make the change. It started for us with a simple product, like taking a wooden box, filling it with local organic vegetables and fruits and delivering to the doorstep 14 years ago. A quick tour through our company would show that this long entrepreneurial journey to a 40 million euro organic turnover with an emission and environmental focus. Yeah, we founded the company in '99, me and farmer Thomas Hartung. I'm a chef, and today it's like the company with 40 million turnover. All we do is organic, as local as possible. 14 years of development and 2 million boxes delivered to the doorstep a year, and more than 80,000 meals delivered to the doorstep a week, plus fruits and extras and etc. We are a farm-based company with a lot of innovations made. And I'll talk about the company. I'll not talk about so much about our work with the lowering emissions or quarterly emission reporting or carbon bindings or holistic grazing concept that we also dig into, but more into our product related emission focus, how to learn people to eat emission low through product development. Of course, everything we do is simply organic ingredients that we secure that our customers transform into magic meals. But if we dig into our emission level, we've been doing quarterly reporting on our emission status since 2004. And if you dig into the graphs, you would see that with the amount of turnover in the food sector, we are pretty low. It's like 3,250 tons a year. That's the same as average 200 household. And if you dig into the emission levels, it's of course this distribution that's the main reason of our 3,000 ton emissions. Back in time, it looked like this at the countryside. A lot of hands, not that many machines. We still like the organic, the original values, but we like them spiced up with a sustainable twist that also tastes good. And then we focus a lot on soil and compost. It's on our mind. We actually even learn people how to do compost and how to think compost, and we demonstrate compost. It's one of the planet's biggest threats. To understand our product, our main turnover is like meal solutions delivered to the doorstep, like 2, 3, 4, 5 meals delivered at one time for a family of 1 to 5 people. That means that we deliver a lot of boxes to the doorstep. And the main focus in these boxes is like different diets. So you could eat the classical diet or a lot of different styles until you get to the vegan diet or the 80-20 and local diet. So we like to transform people's thinkings, the consumer thinking, so that they learn to eat local, learn to eat plants. We could call us some kind of world's biggest planets. We say we are kings of organic convenience, and at the same time we should be a teacher and a preacher for more sustainable living. Magic meals for planet's future. All we do is with a lot of digital focus so that it should be convenient to eat emission low. We like to talk about a deindustrialized world. That deindustrialized that we shouldn't use robots for stacking or World Wide Web, etc. But in thinking of local and raw ingredients where soya protein from South America transported to our Danish 25 million pigs and sold again to Japan or another continent that's not the future diet and future industrialization planet that I would look into. I would say that we teach you to cook the future diet. I would say that future diet should be a setup where more plants and less animal would be our daily meal, more farm and less industry, more raw and less cooked, more whole grain and less white. It's more sustainable, it's more local, it's more tasteful, it's more healthy. It's quite simply. But for us it's been taking a lot of guts, and it's not really a place for people who does not like changes, because to secure this development of a company like this, it really needs some guts for you. We would say loud that you should help your surroundings see what the threats are. You should speak up, tell the truth, make the change, and take decision on behalf of the planet and, of course, of your co-inhabitants on planet Earth. What we do have made some interest for our surroundings here. It's like the Prince of Wales looking into our concept for the future diet, what we call the 80-20 diet, or the 80-20 box, where we teach people only to, or learn people or inspire people, customers, only eat 20% animal energy. And I would say in Denmark it's like 50-50 today, 50% plants and 50% animals. And like an anecdotic story, we of course have had the no-fly policy since 2004 when we started quarterly emission reporting. So when Prince Charles visited us, he of course flew over and landed close to our package department, and he was the first in like 8 years that flew one of our boxes home. This is a picture from a national magazine, but just with a glint in your eye. We haven't been flying any goods since 2004. If you should work together with other continents, you should of course ship it home, and not ship things home that you could grow locally. For instance, the African box is a good example of how to show Danish customers what comes from Africa and what is a good thing to import from Africa. Dried beans and coffee and vanilla and cinnamon, etc. Dried bananas. We also work a lot with kids. We are amputated from nature, and learning kids to grow their own meals makes pretty much sense for us. That's our future generation coming up. We are like a humanity that is amputated from nature, and we need to reconnect to understand climate, environmental issues, and raise our life quality. So, since 8 years we've been doing school gardens in now today a large setup where we in 8 different places have helped people starting school gardens. So more than 3,500 kids have their own garden and grow their own meal and cook the result of their work into nice, tasty meals. And you could dig into any kind of research. You would see that the kids, they are doing better. They play to learn instead of work hard to learn and don't like it. And they get healthy people out of that work. If we look into the future, we'd say that the 80-20 diet with maximum 20% animal energy should be the diet, and 80% should be plants. It should of course also be local. Yeah, that is far away from today's industrial in agricultural scene. But I would say that we should take that direction, raising our life quality, and at the same time we would solve a lot of issues in spite of climate, environmental thinking, emissions. So, an 80-20 local household that, as said, is more raw, less cooked, more whole grain, less white, etc. More plants, less meat, more farm, less industry. This means like local, raw, spiritual, tasteful, seasonal, healthy, and with a lot of human integration into it. I would say that that would be a better planet. to solve these massive threats in a simple way. We are running out of oil and soil. The population is growing rapidly against 9 billion in 2050. Yeah, we need to do something. So by conceptuating and exemplifying, we think that we show the surroundings our way. So that's my gift for today, to say that we should simply eat more plants. And a conclusion, I'd like to list it up. What's it all about? So this is my dream, and we walk it. We rediscover the fact that plants are magic. They give us and the planet life force and balance. In the extreme, plants create social coherence and give us the meditative and therapeutic elements we all need. A path towards sustainable agriculture, climate and environmental balance. Explore nature in extreme coherence. Feel safe and happy to the bone while being outraged. Connect to a local farm and eat it. Simply eat it. Eat the wilderness in season and raw ingredients from farm and land. Still dreaming of wealth, candy and X Factor, of course. You will be in the midst of the greatest and true wealth on the planet. While your feet are planted in soil and grass, your senses will understand that you are at the right spot. Carrots, treetops, and cat eyes at wintertime. Well, I feel like dancing. Convinced that you will sense the same balance out there in and with reality, and thereby feel connected to something bigger than you could ever dream of. Earth is calling. Walk the line with us. Thank you, everybody.